Greetings, YouTube. This is Fragments of Memory, aka the Armchair Philosopher. Now, I've been thinking about this lately and looking at a few YouTube vids dealing with relationships. And I took a few notes, of course, as I always do. Let's see. And I have to pose the question, does a man have to be everything for a woman's sex? And I'm going to put that in quotation marks. The comedian Dave Chappelle and even the late comedian Patrice O'Neal talked about how a man has to be on point to at least get an opportunity to get with a lady, i.e., he has to have the money. His money situation got to be on point. His financial, his living situation has to be on point. His vehicular situation has to be on point. He has to dress nice. He has to be this funny man or whatever the case might be. He has to be funny. He has to have good conversation. He has to have all these things just for the opportunity to maybe get a chance with this woman. So is this, does that seem to be so? And I understand that a long time ago, the gender roles were pretty much defined, where you had the woman staying at home taking care of the affairs of the household. The man went out and was the breadwinner. Well, due to economic changes and changes in the social structure, now women go out and get jobs and do all of this. And I think also due to the educational processes in this country, men are now being left behind educationally. So now the woman, of course, is both breadwinner and can do it at home. And of course, she's like, I don't need a man. I'm the strong, independent woman. And of course, that seems to be the mantra being chanted by popular culture, by the Destiny's Childs and of course the Beyoncés and even Nicki Minaj's and so forth. That I'm the strong, independent superwoman. Now, this is not me saying that women should be standing around barefoot and pregnant, but I do feel that that social shift has affected the dynamics between men and women. And even with all of that going on, the man is still expected to have all of his things on point. Dave Chappelle was talking about how if men could get away with it, men would have sex with women on a cardboard box. But men like nice cars because women like nice cars. Women like comfortable surroundings. Like he talked about a man's test in life. So, he was saying, or Patrice O'Neal was even implying, hey, what is a lady bringing to the table? What is a woman bringing to the table as far as the relationship goes? If the man is expected to be on point, quote unquote, what does she have to be in order to come to this relationship? Is it merely just the opportunity for the man to maybe have sex with her or have some physical intimacy or just intimacy in general? Or is there something more? Or is it that all women are just all on point and all men need to catch up? So that's just a question that's been brewing in my mind. And then I pose the question, is the man the only one that has to bring something to the table and the woman is just okay the way she is? And the man has to make all these improvements in order to have the opportunity to deal with the lady. So I just think about that because also even with the advent of the hip hop culture, you have the hip hop culture. You have brothers blinging out of control, throwing money up in the air and making it rain and dancing around. And women, generally speaking, of course, and I don't mean to stereotype a whole entire gender, tend to flock to that. They tend to flock to the guy with the big wad of cash or the guy with the nice fancy car or the guy with the nice big house. Or even just that. Like, what is wrong with the brother on the bus? Or what is wrong with the brother that lives at home with his parents? Or what is wrong with the brother that might not have the most glamorous job in the world, but might have to work 2 jobs just to make ends meet? What's wrong with that? Now, is it still that primal need where the woman wants to feel as though she's being taken care of, that man can hold it down? Is that what that is, or is it something more? You know, like, does a man not achieving certain things in his life imply that he will be a bad pick for you? Again, just questions. I mean, I'd like some vid responses to this if anybody wants to. Some comments would be fine too, but vid responses would really be appreciated. So, thank you all very much for tuning in. Take care.